Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, which is What's Your Next Up? Money and Career for October 2020. I am Seqkkat, by the way, with Seqkat'sTarot, and I am glad to have you here with me. So go ahead now and take a moment and look at the totems and choose which one you feel an affinity towards. One that may be tugging at you, or one that keeps catching your eye and pulling it towards you. And take all the time you need to choose. Even helps to breathe. And if you need more time than I'm affording you here, feel free to pause the video. And then once you've chosen the totem that you feel connected with, you will find a timestamp matching your totem in the description box below, and you can click on it and it will take you directly to your reading. Okay, I will see you at your totem. Okay, welcome if you chose the Raven totem for this week's Pick a Card reading, which is the money and career reading for October 2020. So let's see what your theme card is. And your theme card is A Time to Reflect. It is reversed, so we need to put a little extra tension there. So maybe we need to look at, I'll draw you some cards for your theme card. My first impressions with this are maybe reflect on your past that may be affecting your current, or for some of you, because do keep in mind, I have this tuned to many of you. There's your three cards right there, that's perfect. For some of you, you might need to reflect where you are right now, and there might be some changes you might need to make. See what's working in your preference versus your contrast, and you'll always want to move towards that preference. But let's see what the cards got to say. Okay, so the first thing we got going up here is the Empress, and she is the nurturing mother card. She empowers her children to be self-empowered, loving mother. She's great at her family. So I don't know if this is in regards to someone maybe in a family business, or maybe that you're working at home. So maybe we're looking at something with that, or that you're home if we're looking at career, or maybe if we're looking at abundance, something that you have achieved for your family is abundance. So yeah, it looks like too that could really work with this one next, because with this card coming up here, it's like you're sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So maybe you're enjoying some abundance you've already achieved for your family, and you're enjoying those labors. And this would even fit too for those on that storyline. We will get back to a different one here. And you might be feeling overwhelmed, because believe me, especially if you have kids, any mother knows, I've been there, especially when they're little, staying at home, working with the kids, it can be very overwhelming. So that could be one of the storylines there. It could be that you are overwhelmed with something in your career, and it could be encouraging you to kind of give yourself a little bit of self-nurturing, and to relax. Let yourself relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Some people, even though they've achieved a lot and achieved their abundance, just can't stop. Just gotta keep spinning those wheels and working. They get into this little paradigm. And for some of you, this is why it's a time to reflect. Sit back and chill, relax, taking a deep breath, and enjoy the fruits of your labor and calm down. So it could be a message for some of you for that. So you'll have to tune in and see how that fits your particular relative story. Okay, so as we move forward now, what we're going to do is look at the cards that are affecting your past, or from your past, whether that be a recent past or a more historical past, one of the farther distance, that is affecting the next row, which will reflect your present. And then what we'll look at, this is what's your next step. I totally forgot to say that. Totally forgot to say that. This will also reflect your, which takes us to the next row, which is what's your next step. What is in your highest alignment and good to do, that is in your highest alignment and good in regards to money and career. Okay, so, let's see, do we have them? I'm going to pull up all your cards and then I'll start reading. I'm going to make sure you got them all. I think you might have. There we go. Okay, I love when it does that. Okay, so in your past, it looks like you might have gotten a little bit of a tangled mess with someone or some people. Not so sure. This also represents Libra, so it could be tossed in for that. If this tangled mess had anything to do with legalities, they looked in your favor. You're going to tune into your particular story. You were either underwent some healing that you needed to do, or you were being guided to do that and to heed your intuition. And you were not feeling yourself here with the Earth Mother in reverse. But with whatever the situation was, all was right with your world. I'm not sure if you felt it because you weren't feeling yourself here, but all was right with your world. Things were going there. And you had a spiritual breakthrough. So maybe you completely understand this. This tangled mess that you got in here looks like you may have definitely gotten some of that healing. You might not have been feeling like yourself, because as the ego even heals, it's getting into unfamiliar territory and it feels more itself when it's in its familiar waters, so to speak. Whether or not those waters are pleasant, ego's like, this is familiar, I know I can survive it. Okay, so that is your past. So now let's look at your present. Okay, so I'm going to again draw all the cards and then start reading them. That's interesting. Let's see if you get one more. Yeah, you got a few there. Okay. Oh yeah, you got a few. Okay, so in your presence, it looks like you're heeding or beginning a new journey and one of the heart's desires, so that is good, and is always following it. This is going to be tossed in for some of you just to say flat out Gemini. That's just going to be some of it. And you'll understand why I quickly said that in 2 cards down. For some of you, usually the Lovers, this is the Lovers card in reverse, so something could be not working out with a partner at the moment. Usually this is romance partner. This is a money career reading, so I don't know if you're in a career with your partner, maybe you're having some disagreement over something within the business or something along those lines. Or maybe it just goes back to the money situation with your partner, so maybe there's some disagreement with that. And in regards to that situation, make sure that you do not over-isolate too much. Where it gets interesting, and this also represents Virgo, because when we have a situation, sometimes it's good to go within and spend some time with your higher self and guides and angels and whatever your deities are. But if you over-isolate too much, we're social creatures. We do our best healing work, and when we don't over-isolate. Where it gets interesting is now we have the 2 cups here indicating harmony, and usually the 2 cups is about the Lovers. So this may be a business partner. So maybe you have some harmony with a business partner. Maybe it's causing some disharmony in the Lovers department. So maybe someone's got something going, working well for them in their career, but it's affecting at home. And this might be where we go back to that story of the time to reflect. Some of you have made your money, you're doing well, and it's time to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But you're overwhelming yourself by just overworking and just still overworking. And so business is going well, you're getting along with your business partner, but you're hurting the romance department at home because there's not enough time being spent there. So it could go back to that particular story. So tune into your relative story. You are being called on a spiritual calling, and that is always that which is your heart blind fate, thriving, your thrival path, your heart's desires. And you're not hating that there. So we want to turn that around for our best outcomes in all things. We want to heed that. And we're getting played by somebody. And usually this is a Lover's play where somebody's playing you. So we got this, maybe this is a caution in the Lovers department. This could definitely be a caution because somebody's playing you. They're not giving you true offer of love, but it looks like it. So be careful of that. Maybe something's looking harmonic, but in reality it's not. So it could be going to that particular story with these 2 opposing cards. Maybe it's appearance. And so we're dealing with somebody too feeling left out in the cold, and maybe that's because of this player. And we're falling for this player because we're not heeding our spiritual call and going down the survival path. Ego's going down that survival path I must have. So I don't know if this is affecting your career or your money, so you have to see how that goes. Whatever your situation is, though, that is not working for you, have no fear. Your guides will come in and knock it out. But your ego's not going to like it. It's not going to like it. It never does. Ego can get really, I must have. Oh, this is the best person in the world for me. I must have it. And the ego doesn't know what's best for it. And it will do that. An example I like to use is like, child sitting in the store in a buggy, and it reaches out and sees the Chucky movie. Ooh, Mommy, I want to have this. I want to buy this and watch this. And Mommy's like, no, and takes it away and puts a cute, truly nice cartoon family movie. And the child's like, no, I want that one. It's a doll. That's what happens with ego sometimes, and your higher self has to be the mommy or the daddy, so to speak. And you're in a situation too where you're feeling really apathetic, so it's gotten bad. So I don't know if this is in the Lover's department, and this is why you're over isolating, because we've been played and we're feeling left out in the cold. So yeah, your past wasn't looking that bad, and your theme card wasn't looking that bad, but it's not looking too good in your present here, guys. And so we're not hitting that spiritual calling too. And so you're being called forth to step out of your emotional story, so to speak, and take a good look at it from a spiritual point of view, or a logical point of view, and see how this is serving your soul, and see what's best for your soul, and get that ego to let go of the reins and insisting on having its control. And there's some kind of non-symbiotic charity going on. Somebody's giving out charity either with an ulterior motive, or they're giving out charity and they're resentful, or someone's abusing the charity that they're receiving. It's just non-symbiotic here with this card showing up. So a little bit of confusing past, but you know your particular story and how it fits for you, so that can definitely help you. But this can point back to some of these nasty cards here to the overwhelm that we're sensing and feeling here as well. So let's look at your next step. What's your next step? What's your highest line and good steps to take? Okay, and again, I will pull up all the cards and then start reading them. Not quite. See if we get one or two more. There we go. Okay. So it looks like we are having a sensation of feeling trapped. And this is in this mess of feeling cold and apathetic. I don't know if we're trapped in our emotions or trapped in a situation with our lover that we're not liking, and that is causing a problem. Remember, you are being called on a new journey for heart's desires, and they are showing you success here too. This also represents Capricorn. And that new journey, again, that's showing you success. You're working on your legacy and building it. There is some legacy that you have built and that is working here. So it's very interesting how your present tense is playing a role here. It could just be a Lover's department that is affecting you, but your money and career right now are okay, or maybe there's this change in the future because of the situation, because you are facing a choice you need to make. So you're going to have to look at this message you're in the present tense, and make a choice. One of the highest choices you can make is to go within and choose to heed your spiritual calling, to go down your thrival path. So go within and connect with your higher self and say, okay, I'm ready. Ego's path has not been working and I need help here. I am ready to heed my higher self. And again, too, also with the Sky King here too, upright, he's good at solving challenges, and this is the best way to solve your challenge, to go within and make that choice, because he too is going to look at things from a more logical perspective. So you got to really get out of this emotional story, and we are seeing a lot of emotions here too. Emotions, emotions. So we definitely need to do that and get out of that. We've got to let all of that go so that we can go into some success. Okay, guys, so that is your base reading, and I did that with the Mystical Tarot, and your theme card was with the Messenger Oracle. So now we're going to clarify with you. Do not drop them all. Whew, thank God I didn't. That's a job. So now we're going to clarify with the Tarot Familiar. Okay, shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to have you join me. It's exciting to have you. And shout out to my current subscribers. Hey, thank you for following me. I really appreciate your love and support. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And I hope that you are finding this reading to be helpful. And I appreciate likes and subscribes as they help me back in return. Thank you so much. And if you need a personal reading, I do offer those, and you'll find the links to those in the description box below. So now, covering your theme card, this is a time to reflect. We have the Empress here, and we also have a card here suggesting that it's time to enjoy the fruits of our labors, and we're feeling overwhelmed. We might be overworking, so to speak, from some of what we're getting, and then we've got some situations going on here that might be playing a role in the emotional department, perhaps with the romantic partner. Maybe our overworking is affecting our romance. I'm not sure, but something's going on. It's either affecting our business, and it could be a business partner, romance partner. I mean, it could be both. It could be playing both roles, so I'm not exactly sure. So let's see how that goes. You gotta have this tuned to many of your different stories too, so let's see how that goes for that. All right, let's see if I can get one more card for you and clarification. There we go. All right, so you do have the Queen of Cups here. So yeah, we're getting that another loving, nourishing mother figure here. So I don't know if this represents your character. It could represent someone that could assist you. You're going to tune into that. And she also is she's the most clairvoyant of the bunch, so she does heed her intuition. So with this being a time to reflect, like I told you, you do need to be listening to your intuition because you're not following your spiritual calling. So that would really be beneficial to you. That would be helpful for you. And then again, we've got the Capricorn card, the Devil card showing up again, which represents Capricorn. And that's a sensation of feeling trapped. So that is happening again there too. But you are going through a spiritual breakthrough. So that is helpful on your part right there. So now we'll move on to clarifying your past. And they're kind of interesting how they clarify about the past. They'll either reaffirm it or start giving you suggestions of what to do in your future to assist you and help you with that. Okay, so in your past, there was kind of entangled mess with someone there. And there might have been some healing that needed to be done if it possibly, and that also represented Libra, and if it possibly went into legalities, it was in your favor. But there was also a call to heal and to heed your intuition, and you were not feeling yourself. You might have been feeling out of sorts with that situation, but all was right with your world. And again, that spiritual breakthrough, and it's the same thing your theme card was representing as well. So for your clarification, let's see if they affirm or give us suggestions. So Two of Swords, yeah, here too, you had a choice to make, but one you didn't like. It was a hard place and a rock choice. Or you could be there now, and you're looking at that now with this time to reflect. And it's either the situation we're in or are in right now, and you don't like it, but you don't like the choice you have to make to get out of it, or the result of that, always to make that move, because you're going to stay stuck with what you don't like anyway. So if this is a suggestion for your future, depends on your particular story. You know who you are and how this is best fitting you. Always make that one, because it's going to eventually lead to new choices that you do like. Initially, you may not like it. And then you got the 5 of Wands. So yeah, there was some maybe some competition that was going on, or maybe there was some needed communication, and that might be going back with whomever you were going through this tangled mess. Or if this is a suggestion for communication, this could be going on with whatever's going on in your present tense, with this Lover's card being in reverse, and or this player, which could be playing a role in that or not, or this non-symbiotic charity. So they're going to be playing a role there, and that feeling left out in the cold. All right, and then the 4 of Sky. So yeah, this is a call to go within and meditate and connect with your guides and your higher self and angels, definitely. And then they had the Ace of Wands here too. So he's starting a new journey where we're losing passions and things are being delayed. So I don't know if that was your past or if that is a suggestion in the future, because we've got to clean up this emotional mess going on for you to proceed forward and be successful. Okay, so that's your clarification on your past. Now let's clarify your present. Now with your present, you do have the Ace of Seeds showing up here upright, so you're moving in a new direction. That is your heart's desires, and they are showing you success with that, and that is good. It's always good to follow your heart's desires. But interesting enough, we had the Lovers card in reverse, which represents Gemini. Boy, that was easy and quick. We had that in reverse, and then we also have the Hermit in reverse, which is the Lovers card in reverse. Something may not be working with the partner. I'm going to say your lovers, could possibly be business, but more so lovers. That could be affecting your finances, or maybe your business if y'all are in business together. And then it looks like we're over isolating with the Hermit card in reverse, which also represents Virgo. So for some of you, you could just be tossing in there for those horoscopes. Because then you do have the Two of Cups upright, which is showing harmony with the partner. So that could be harmony with the business partner. We could be just spending too much time overworking and not enjoying those fruits of the labor, like we said before, which could be causing problems in the Lovers department. And we're not heeding a spiritual calling, which we need to be doing. We're not heeding that because that takes you down your thrival path. And we're being played by somebody. So be careful with that. And we're feeling left out in the cold. And your guides are here to knock out things that are not working for you, whatever you're mostly holding on to. And we're hitting apathy. And I mean, this is in reverse. It's really hitting apathy. And then you're being suggested, because you got this card here too, showing again that non-symbiotic charity. Someone's resenting it or has an ulterior motive in offering it, or somebody's abusing and receiving it. So you're also being invited to step out of that story, get into a more logical perspective, a spiritual perspective, see how this is assisting your soul, and get out of that story to conquer it. Yeah, because you're on a journey right now that's not meant for you with the way things are going right here. So I don't know if this is a partnership with your lover in the business, or something with the business, maybe being played, I don't know, or the lovers. This is confusing with these lovers coming into this business one. So yeah, that's a journey not meant for you, and that's what your guys are here to knock out. So you really do need to get into this position. You need to talk and connect with your higher self and get, okay, what's going on? What is really going on? What is truly best for me? Why is my ego being blinded? You really need to heed that intuition. And also with the Moon card coming in reverse, also is also a reflection of emotions, which will play back to your theme card here, a time to reflect. So you need to look at your emotions, because your emotions are your compass. They let you know what your preference and your contrast is. So are you really happy? Or are you appeasing someone? Are you settling? Are you putting up with? Are you tolerating? Are you meeting obligations? Or are you really happy? You should always be going with what makes you really happy. A true heart's desire is what you should be following. And then you got the Nine of Pentacles, so you do have some family support of some type. So maybe you can turn to them for assistance. And that would be helpful, because again, we got the Hermit card in reverse, which is indicating over isolation. And with this apathy, that's very understandable, because we just want to withdraw and over withdraw. And our healing takes place in the camaraderie of true loved ones, family. And I'm talking true family. It may or may not be your biological family. But a family is someone who cares for you and cares for what's good for you and what's in alignment for you and what truly brings you true joy. So that's what you want to look at there. And again, this represents Virgo. Okay, so that's your clarification on your present. Now let's look at what's your next step. What's your highest alignment and good? So they're reaffirming again here too now, guys, that we are feeling trapped where we are. But we can have some success. And then also, again, represents Capricorn. So it's tossed in for some of you just to say, hey, Capricorn, whether that be you or someone with whom you're engaged in a situation. But they are assuring you success that you can have. You just stay on your path of following your heart. Boy, they're really ready to talk to you. But you have a choice to make. And you got a choice. It's always a survival choice or thrival choice. Because you're being called to go down to your heart's desires. But you got some sticky situations going on here. And then, again, you're being called into that logic perspective to solve your challenges with the Sky King coming up here as well. And you got to let go of whatever the ego wants to hang on in control. We don't want to do that. And then you got the Knave of Wands. So you are prepared and ready for this new journey that you're ready for. You're definitely prepared and ready for that. You might just feeling a little timid, a little bit cautious about getting burnt, but you're ready for that. So you guys are letting you know, hey, yes, you're ready for that. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and here she's in reverse. So this is talking some kind of emotional attachment that your ego might have to some situation. So let's say it is a lover that you're attached to them just because you've been with them for a while, and it's just causing chaos in your money and career or whatever, however it's fitting. And you know it's better to let go of them. This is just an example. It could be your story. and you know it's best to let go of them, but the ego will get emotionally attached. You gotta let go of that emotional attachment and do what's best for you. So you'll have to see that. Because when you get on that journey that you're prepared and ready for with the Knave of Wands, you've got the King of Wands coming here saying you will be successful with that. You would definitely be successful. So he's showing you success in that. And see, this is a heart's journey here with the Ace, and that's just showing you success as well. And then you've got the Four of Cups here in reverse again, so that's showing up about that apathy. So we really got to clear this up. We got to work on this apathy, guys. We've got to get some healing because we're over isolating that got double affirmed, and this apathy that got double affirmed. So we definitely got to get some healing to get out of that. And then you got the Seven of Fire showing up here too. So you're going to really need to have to hold your ground as you start going into some healing and get into your own perspectives that are better for you. So whatever choices you make that are in your highest good and alignment, you definitely need to hold your ground. Don't let anybody knock you down. So whatever situation you're in with someone, don't let that get you there. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, because the journey you've been on, we saw this earlier, is not meant for you. So some seeds that you have been sowing, they did not come into harvest because they were not meant with you. So you're going to have to let whatever those seeds are, whatever that situation is, go. Because that path was an egoic path. Your ego's like, oh, I gotta have it this way, that being insistent, survival, and that's not working. Yeah, and that's bringing you into that overwhelm that we had also in your theme card with the Ten of Fire. And this one's reversed, so we're really feeling overwhelmed to the point that you need to delegate and get some help. And this is a suggestion for that. Get the help, guys. You definitely need that. So that is your clarification there. So let's wrap up with the Oracle, Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Here she goes. Yes. Okay, we got the Sky Father here. So the Sky Father is, it depends on how you want to see this deity. It could be Source, it could be God, it could be the Creator, however you want to see the deity. But I like to, for myself, I like to see it as Source. And how I understand and believe Source, we are all Source. We are part of Source, and Source is playing a game on this earthly planet through our avatars. And he, she, it, or doing he here, Source wants to experience particular things through your unique perspective. And what are those particular things? Those things that are easy for you, those natural easy traits that come to you, those things that excite you, ignite you, those things that just stir your heart with joy and gladness. That's why you have those. It wants to experience all your preferences through your perspective. That's why you have your preferences. That's why you have these easy traits. That's why you have these desires. They were planted there by Source. So Source wants you to experience that. So Source, God, however you want to call it, is here letting you know and fortifying you can have the experience that your heart longs for, your heart journey, no matter what your circumstances are. That's what you're here for. That's what you have the support to do. And again, getting into that higher perspective, we saw that with the Sky Queen and the Sky King here too. And we've seen this with the Eagle. So any of you on the shamanic path, you could actually go into a journey where you can turn into the Eagle and see things from that higher perspective and connect with the Eagle and get some messages from that. Or even if you're not on the shamanic path, you could go into a meditation where you let an eagle connect with an eagle and let the eagle take you to a higher perspective and give you a good message. Or maybe you can connect with a shaman that can help you journey or something like that. So this would really behoove you because you are ready to experience your desires. And you've got a little bit of a mess here, and that's causing some little problems. And we have a kitty cat growling, I don't know why. Okay, so that is your... Oh, she's attacking her tail. That's a sad situation. Okay, so anyway, so that is your wrap-up card for you here, guys. You can have your heart's desires, and you have the fortification from the greatest source of all, and no situation. The only thing that can impede Source is your free will, your choice. Remember, you have a choice to make. It's all up to you. The power is in your hands. It's just up to you to choose. It's your choice. Okay, guys, so that is your reading. I hope you found it helpful, and I appreciate your likes and subscribes. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. And until then, much love and much light. Okay, welcome if you chose the Wolf Totem for this week's Pick a Card reading. What's your next step for money and career for October 2020? So let's see what your theme card is. Your theme card is Wash Away Your Burdens. Okay. So we'll see what the cards say, and as I shuffle together those, I'll give you my first impressions. So, wash away your burdens. So this one, I feel like we've got some contrast going on in our life. Things that we don't prefer. Maybe we're feeling a bit of lack. And I know with this pandemic and stuff going on, a lot of you are out of business and y'all are dealing with lack. And if you are one of those people, I'm very sorry. I do have this tuned to many of you and your unique different stories, so you'll have to tune in and see how it fits you. So we're going to have to clear out some emotions that we're dealing with as we are in that story at the moment, so that we don't hang on to that vibration and perpetuate that current circumstance. And we want to clear those thoughts and bring in better thoughts, new thoughts of your preferences so you can start feeling those preferences, so you can start creating your future and your very new future with what you desire. Okay, so what the cards are coming up here is we've got the Sky King in reverse, and we've got the Fire King in reverse. So, ooh, this could be one of our burdens here, guys. We're dealing with I have a feeling these two cards are talking about one person, but it's bad. It's a fire that burns, a manipulator, cold type. Ugh, I'm sorry. If you're dealing with this, I really am sorry. It's not fun at all. And then we have also the non-symbiotic charity going on. So they could be like doing you a favor, but holding that favor over your head, using it as a power over your head as an ulterior motive. So if you're going through that, I'm sorry, guys. I really am sorry. So that is what I'm seeing here with that. That's one particular storyline I have tuned to many of you. Others of you, we could just be on a path that is definitely showing non-success, and you do need to watch out for this. Someone might have an ulterior motive or might be resenting charity that they are giving to you. And you might feel like you're having troubles navigating through some challenges with that. You might be struggling in that way. So you have to tune in to see how this is relative to you and your particular story. Okay, so let's now look at your reading. So we're going to start with your first row, which is your past. And that could be your recent past or a past from a long time ago that could have a paradigmal effect to your current present of what you're going through right now. And then we'll look at your third and final row, which is what's your next step, what is in your highest alignment and good to do that can better your situations. So I will pull up all the cards and then I will start reading them. So let's see if we got one or two more for you here in your past. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so it looks like for something that you're going for, interesting enough, you were prepared and ready for it. And it was of your heart's desires. But it looks like you got a little focused on something that was negative going in your life. So that focus, because you were focused on like something that maybe more than likely 99.9% time, you were focused on something that happened in your past. There's ego. Hello, it's what it does to protect you. Bless his heart, it is trying to protect you, but it doesn't understand some things, which ended up taking you to a journey that was not going to work out for you. And then perhaps then you might have figured that out, and then you went for something that was more of what you wanted, and you tried to get into the flow. So that's what I'm seeing with your past. So now let's look and see what's going on with your present. Okay, so again, I'll pull up the cards and then start reading them. More. There we go. All right, so we have the Empress here. And she's a loving, nourishing mother character, so I don't know if she is someone in your life or represents your own characteristics. You're going to tune in your particular reality and situation. And she's very loving, and she offers self-empowerment to her children. But then we have the Queen of Cups here in reverse. Now this could be a not so loving mother. And so we have like an opposition here. So that's interesting. This also could just be representing that you're not hitting your intuition, because she is a clairvoyant, one of the deck. So she is one that we need to be hitting intuition. You could be having a bit of a tug of war here. Spiritual ego, higher self ego. You could be having a tug of war here. So watch for that, because you're not heeding a spiritual calling that you're being called upon. What is your spiritual calling? Everybody's spiritual calling. It's what's going to make you thrive. It's going to be what makes you excited. Even if you are to be a spiritual person in the world and help other people, it excites you, it ignites you, it gives you joy. So whatever it is that excites you, ignites you, and gives you joy, it could be being a teacher, it could be being a pet owner, it could be being a mother. Whatever it is, that's your thrival path. That's what you're supposed to be going towards, and you're resisting that. And so you're being called forth to reflect upon your emotions and see this wash away your burdens. This is this shows up here too. Wash away your burdens. So we've got some emotions that we need to clear and heal here, guys. So it could be that we need to give ourselves some nurturing, loving, mothering care within ourselves, because we definitely are missing something here. And this also, again, too, also represents we need to heed our intuition, as this is the Moon card, and this might be tossed in there for some of you just to say, hey, Pisces. So if that's reflective of you or whomever you might be engaged in your situation. And again, now this is regards to money and career. So you're going to have to fit how this is fitting into your abundance financial situation or your career, because maybe this could even honestly fit a teacher, because some teachers, especially those of we're talking about the female energy here, empowers the children. You know, this could be a teacher too, so it could definitely reflect on that in a career. You know, they love the children, they want to take care of them and get them self-empowered on their way too. And maybe you're feeling impeded, like you're unable to do so. This is who you really are, but you're in a situation that's not allowing you to do that, and especially with this pandemic going on, that could definitely be happening right now. So that could be some of your situation right there for some of you. Okay, so you do have some alignment with some people in your life, which are in aligned vibe tribe, and that's good to see. But there needs to be some type of communication with someone regarding your money and career. Just keep this in mind. This is money and career reading. And or there could be some competition. They might have some little competition going on with you. And whatever the sticky situation of that is, you need to let that go. Don't stay focused on the story aspect of that. Don't let that bog you down. Just let that go. Because everything is working out in your highest good and alignment. And deep down, you know this. You know this because it is upright. This is the Sun card. There's no beating the Sun card. Everything is definitely working out your highest and good alignment. So you're going to have to tune in. Your primary thing here is to definitely clear those emotions. Feel those emotions. Go through them. You can't run from them. You can't hide them. You can't tuck them under the rug. It never works, because those emotions will eventually catch up with you. And let me tell you, if you don't feel them, they're going to show up in your body, and they're going to be causing you sickness. So you'll have to go through the emotions. So sit down with your little one, as I like to call it, your ego. Have a meditation with it. See it as a toddler. It is always a toddler. It never grows out, grows toddler stage. and say, hey, what's bothering you? And let it tell you its sad sob story, and then tell you how it hurts, why it hurts, what so-and-so did to it, and validate. Yeah, that did bite. Yeah, that did hurt. Yeah, it's really horrible that they did X, Y, Z to you. I hear you. I got you. I'm here. I love you. And give your ego a hug and support it. And then to let your ego know, hey, I got your back. I'm not going to let this continue to happen. We're going to make better choices now so that this doesn't continue to happen. So that way it doesn't have to stay focused. It needs validation from you, but it doesn't need to stay focused to perpetuate negative situations. Okay, so that is your present tense. So let's now look at what's your next step. What steps are in your highest alignment and good to take that can best assist you? Okay. All right. So intuitively, before we jump into that row, I'm getting to, for some of you, not heeding your spiritual call because you're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to your intuition. Career-wise, you're not following the career that does stir the heart and calls you because ego is in survival mode. Oh, that won't give me the money, so I gotta do the one that gives me the money. Some of you are on that path. Heed. Don't listen to that. Listen to your spiritual calling. That's going to lead you to success. Ego will either lead you down a path that blows up or lead you down a path that slowly demises. Spirit will lead you down the path that succeeds. Okay, so anything you got trouble with, don't worry. Your guides will come in and knock it out for you. It's going to hurt. Ego doesn't like it because ego likes to stick with that which is familiar, even if it sucks, because it's familiar and it knows it can survive that because that's its number one thing, survival. You want to work on getting out of any tangled mess that you are with, if anybody. This also represents Libra. So if you're in a tangled mess with any situation with someone, you want to work on getting out of that. And that is showing up here too. You're feeling trapped by them. And you're not asking for the help to get out of this entrapment, that higher spiritual help. And they're here. They're here. They're ready to knock it out for you. So get that help to knock this out because this is impeding you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, and which is leading you to no success too. So yeah, you want to watch that. Okay, guys. And it's suggesting here you have family support. So also too, we saw this, you might have a mother figure that could be one you could turn to for support. Biological mother could be, not biological mother could be. So biological or not, you have a mother figure that perhaps is a family member because you got family support of some type here. Okay, yeah, so we are seeing a situation in the finances more than likely since this is money and career. And what we're doing is we're staying focused on the situation. So I told you, for some of you, I told you we're not following the spiritual calling, and that's to go down a career that is calling us. But the ego is too based on survival for fear of lack. So we want to let that go. And yeah, you're bored with whatever you're doing. Those of you on that path, you don't like it because it's not your calling. It doesn't excite you. It's not for you. And they are telling you your dreams can come true when you do heed and go down the path that's right for you. What excites you, what ignites you, what stirs your heart with joy, that's what leads you to success. That's what leads you to your highest good and alignment. Highest good. So some of you are going through a little bit of this contrast right now to get you to say, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of the contrast. I'm ready for my preference. So you just got to wash away those burdens to clear that out of your system. I recommend my chakra clearings too. I'll put a card up for you at the end of this reading for a chakra clearing. It clears all 12 of your chakras, your energies, and grounds you in Mother Earth and comes back and opens up your heart chakra. That's really good. Our chakras hold energies in our meridians too, and when I do the chakra clearance, I'm getting your meridians cleared as well. Hold on to emotions and that can help clear those out too. So I'll put that at the end of our reading here for you to turn to after this, if that would be assistance of you. Okay, guys, so that is your base reading, and I did that with the Mystical Guide Tarot, and your theme card was done with the Messenger Oracle, and now I will clarify for you with the Tarot Familiar. And a shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to have you here with me. And a shout out to my current subscribers. I love having you too, and appreciate your comments and your support. Thank you so much. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. And you want to join me? I'd love for you to join me. Just hit that subscribe button. It would be a great help to me. I really appreciate that. And I also appreciate likes. They really help me too. They help me get my YouTube videos out there more into the YouTube world where I can help other people. I really appreciate that, guys. And I do offer personal readings if you need one, and you will find links to those in the description box below. Okay, so our theme card we got the Sky King in reverse, and we also got the King of Fire in reverse. So we're dealing with somebody, I kind of think for some of you on that storyline, that's one character, and we're really cold-hearted, fire that burns, manipulator type. And it could have something to do with the non-symbiotic chariot that we're going through and receiving. Maybe the ulterior motive to hold it as a power over you. Maybe they're resenting it. Something along those lines. And you got to wash away those burdens. So that's for some of you. Some of you. Could just be saying it's a non-successful thing that you're on. And you're having difficulties with challenges. So it could be that. And you could be in a situation too where you could be giving or receiving charity. It could be with a trade motive, resentment, or maybe someone's abusing it. So that's what you're looking at there. So for our clarification, we're getting a delay here, starting a new journey, but there is a delay, and that's because we gotta wash away those burdens. You gotta get those out. You gotta do that. You gotta clear that up. And then you've got the Knight of Swords here too. So the Knight of Sky. So with this one, you want to make sure that you don't force something. I told you, you got to watch that ego. That ego is trying to survive, especially with this being financial. And I saw a few cards indicating that. And that intuition came back to that. Some of you have a career call on you, a spiritual call on the thriving path, and you're resisting it because your ego is so insistent upon, oh, but I got to have that money that I don't see. So that it's really focused upon that lack. And you're bored with what you're doing, you don't like it, so you want to watch for that. Do not try to force a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to work. You're not going to be happy, and the money will not come in. You'll maybe get enough, maybe, but you can flourish and have an abundance when you trust and follow spirit. And then we also have the Knave of Cups here. So yeah, you're being called on that new journey of a heart's desire. Like I said, that's the one you're supposed to be calling. I was getting that from the cards without even the cards directly saying that. So yeah, I was definitely getting that. And then you got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so that's experiencing the situations that you were a little bit fearful of and didn't want to experience. Those are in the forefront. That's what your ego is focused on and looking at and fearful of, and that's why it doesn't want to do any of that. So that's what you got going on there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, that is your theme. So we're going to move on to clarifying now your past. Okay, so with your past, you had something you were ready to live for, and I do think it was like a career path. It was a heart's desire that was calling you, but you were focused on survival, you didn't have the faith, focused on things that happened in the past that didn't work out for you, which ended up leading you down a journey that was not right for you. And then you were being called again to a path that was ideal for you, called to moving into flow. Now, whether or not you moved into the flow, that is a question. Based on this reading, I don't think you did. And I think that's what's causing you problems here. All right, so yeah. So as we clarify your past, they'll do one or two things. They will either reaffirm your past, or they will start giving you suggestions and advice. So yes, Seven of Swords. So I think this is an advice one, to hold your ground even within your own self as you're coming into the knowledge of, you're not at this tarot reading by mistake, guys, because you're really being called to go down your path and you've been really resisting this. Hold your ground your higher self. You need to have a talk with this ego. Nope, we're going down the right path, because you're feeling so trapped where you are and you don't like it. With the Devil card showing up, and this also represents Capricorn. And you got the King of Swords here. He can navigate and solve challenges with ease, but you've got to just trust. You've got to trust your higher self, trust your heart, and follow that heart. All right, so now let's clarify your present. And with your present, you had the Empress card upright, but the Sea Queen reverse. So with that one, we got the mother figure that could be nurturing, helpful of you. But I think mainly she's coming up. You did not follow your intuition on that one. And then I also saw that Sea Queen is possibly a teacher in a situation. Maybe you're being directly called to be a teacher, but you're scared of lack of funds and finances and don't want to go that way. And it could be a teacher of anything. And maybe children because of the Empress. So you just have to tune into your particular reality here. And then you're not hitting your spiritual calling, which is that which makes you thrive, unites your passions and everything. Not hitting your intuition. Not hitting your intuition. Again, that represents Pisces with the Moon card. But you do have people that you're not aligned with. That's good. You might have some competition or some people you need to have some communication with. You need to let go of that competition. You could be competing within yourself with your ego. Survival, thrival. Survival, thrival. Because everything is working out in your highest good and alignment. And something is coming now, guys. It's moving in fast, and it is positive for you. So you need to be ready. And this is what this washing away the burdens is to get you ready. So you are there and ready to go. And yes, it's a new journey, one that is assuring you success. Ace of Pentacles, this is where your money is, your family is, your legacy is. So yeah, this is what it's all about, guys, definitely. And then you've got the Four of Cups here in reverse, that apathy, because you're bored, and we have that here. You're bored with when you're not following your heart's desire. So we've got to get back on that path, guys. And you're being assured again. You already had the Sun card here in your present tense, and it's showing you here. Everything's working out in your highest alignment, good. You might have a little bit. Here's saying that you do know, deep down you know, but your ego's like, no. Spirit, ego. Listen to Spirit, it knows. It knows which that is true. Okay, so that's your present tense. So now let's look at what's your next step. So we got, what's your highest alignment step? We got the Tower card showing up, saying, guys, your guides are here to knock out whatever your ego is determined to cling upon. And then if you're in any tangle mess with anyone or situation, you want to let go of that because you're feeling very trapped. And the way to get out of that mess is to seek that help from your higher self, your angels and deities. And also that one showing the tangle mess would be Libra as well. And then you do have family support, and that could be going back here too. And we are looking at lack of funds. Maybe it's interface, maybe that we're just fearful of it. But yeah, that's causing a problem, and we're really staying focused on it, which is causing problems. And we're bored with what we're doing. I really do think this goes back to your career, guys. You can have your dreams come true when you let go of this. And you follow your dreams and heed your intuition and follow your heart's desires. So yes, you can have those. So yeah, again, we got to let go of that which is impeding us, and that's that fear and survival. We've got to flip this one up. We've got to heed our spiritual calling, follow that heart's desires. Got to let go of that. Because yeah, you're not on your fate line. Yeah, when I told you that, you're on that survival path with ego. Yep. Survival path with the ego, and that's just going to mess you up. You can have all your dreams come true, guys, but you got to get off that survival path with the ego. And the Five of Pentacles, with this showing up here, this is, you've got to abandon the ego's survival ideas. You got to just leave that out. You just got to get back on your true path. And then you got the Five of Fire here too again. So that's a competition or communication. There may be someone you need to have a communication with, or again, this could be representing that ego competing with the higher self, like an inner competition. I did see that earlier here too as well, because you do have somebody you're aligned with. So there could be somebody that's competing with you too that may be making it a little bit difficult for you to go on your path. Don't let that bother you. Just surrender, because you're feeling trapped. Surrender to your higher self and ask for help. Because remember, your guides are going to come in and knock out any problem that you're dealing with. And one of the situations is the tangle mess with people with whom you're feeling trapped. So don't worry. Have faith. Help is on the way. So that is your reading, and let's wrap it up here now with the Inner Angels and Ancestral card. Oh, that was quick. Oh yeah, the Magic Guardian. Unleash the magic within. And it's reverse. I'll show you the card. So with her, this is like the Magician card. It is letting you know you can create the reality that is perfect for you, that you want, your desires, your dreams come true, because you are the magician. The magic is within you. You just have to believe it, and you have to put your focus there within you. Secret Magic, Rhonda Byrne, Secret the Magic. She will really help you create your desires and experience your desires. It's a great book. She gives you 28 days of exercises that get you rolling there. It's a great book. I really suggest that here. And then the Shaolin Master, you want to go into a graceful movement action. So what you want to do here, you don't want to force things, guys. You want to go with the flow. And that's what ego does. Ego, I don't have enough money. I have to go this way. That's what happens to ego. I'm going this way. I'm insisting on this way. It takes over the wheel of the car, so to speak, and drives you that way because you'll let it control you. That's what you're dealing with here, instead of going with the flow. Because when you are following and heeding your spiritual calling, doors open up for you. It's flow. It's easier. You take one baby step towards your heart's desire, a door opens. Then you take another baby step and more doors open. You take another baby step, people start getting lined up that assist you and help you, and that's flow and easy. Anytime that you're forcing it, it doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's your ego. So your ego is really focused on survival here, guys. So these are the burdens we need to wash away. Whatever pains it's got going on with lack, we need to wash those burdens away, because you've got everything working out in your highest good and alignment, and you've got your dreams awaiting you to come true. You just have to make that choice. It's all up to you. You got this. You can have it. Okay, that is your reading, and I appreciate you being here, and appreciate those likes and subscribes, and until next time, guys, much love and much light. Okay, welcome if you chose the Cat Totem for this week's pick a card reading. What's your next step? Money and career for October 2020. And your theme card is See the Signs. Okay, so as I shuffle the cards and get ready to start with your theme, I'll take on first impressions. You know something. You're getting signs about something. Your intuition is talking to you. You need to be listening. See the signs. You have guidance. So you are not here at all by mistake. You are here. This is one of your signs. Okay, we got quite a bit to say for you. Okay, so there is some kind of failure that we're dealing with. And you are ready to begin a new journey, but probably, I had this tuned to many of you, so you have to listen to your particular unique story that fits you. Probably because of this failure, your ego is thinking, no, I can't do that. So you're probably feeling like you can't do this new journey, but the universe is supporting you, saying, hey, yes, see the signs, you can do this journey, and you can be successful with it. That's one storyline. The other one could be, when I see this reverse too, this could be paradigmal from your past when you were a child, seeing somebody else fail, and that can make you timid and like you don't have the love and support to try something new and be successful at it. So that could be playing a role there. So it could be your own personal experience of failure, or being a witness to it from like a childhood time or back in the past, or witnessing a lot of people doing that. So you're being called to just step out of that emotional story of the failure and the timidness, and look at things from a more spiritual and or logical objective view, because you do have people that are aligned with you. They can help you on your new journey that you're being called. that is of your heart's desires. You cannot fail that one if you stick with it, and they are assuring you success. So yeah, see the signs. So for some of you, I'm getting a feeling you know this, you just need a little bit of affirmation. So here you are. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at your first row, and your first row is going to be your past, whether that be a recent past or a long time ago past. Whatever the past that is affecting your next row, which will be showing you your present, your current present. And then your final and third row will be what's your next step? What steps should you take that are in your highest alignment and good, keeps you on a good path for you. Okay, so let's take a peek at your past. Oh, wait, they're quickly popping up here for you. All right, so what I'm going to do is pull all the cards for you, and then I'll start reading. Whoosh. Let's see if we can get one or two more. There we go. Oh, I love it when they talk to you like this, and they just pour out. Okay, so it looks like you were got delayed for a new journey and one of a passionate's desires. It looks like that happened, and you were called to go within and connect with your guides and your higher self and your spirits, your angels, whatever your deities are, and you resisted, and that kept you out of your power, one storyline, or you might have been dealing with some oppressor of some type, another storyline, and or this is could be tossed in there to say, hey Aries, whether that be you or someone with whomever you're engaged in your situation. And it looks like you've dealt with somebody, yeah, so for that oppressor, somebody that deceived you. Or you could have possibly deceived yourself. That's also possible because you were out of your power, because you would not connect within. That could be part of one of your storylines too. So it just depends on who you are and what your relative story is. As I tell you these and dispel these stories, you'll recognize you. And so we either, being this is a money career reading, this could possibly be refer to a business partner. Usually cups, I see it as a lover. So it could be romantic and or business, but it could be a romantic partner that, is playing a role in a disharmony way, which could cause financial issues and or career issues if they were also in your career, or it could just be a career partner that's causing issues. And you lost your passions and desires, or weren't following your passionate desires, which gets you out of sorts. You always want to follow your heart's desires, guys. And we see that did not happen. So you definitely want to do that. So being timid about that path right here because of failures, whether your own or someone else's you witness. But again, they're assuring you follow your heart's desires, see the signs. Okay, so that is your past. That's affecting your present. So let's see what your present says. Okay, and again, I will pull up all the cards and then start reading them for you. Not that I'm already reading them. If you watch me enough, you'll see me. I'm like, I noticed this when I edit. Yeah, I was reading those cards already, so oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Yep, one more. Okay. All right. Got a few more. Okay, guys, this is what you get going on, and pretty is intense. Oh. Okay, so we need to be listening to our intuition. Not be focusing on this failure. That's ego. Ego's not listening to intuition, that's survival. And or you might need to work on some emotions too. That's very possible with the moon card showing up here in reverse. And or this also represents Pisces, whether that be you or someone with whom you engage in a situation. Yep, need to rein in that ego. Ego's perspective, seeing things black or white, seeing that things failure, focus on failure, I can only fail. Ego has this situation what I call the forever never complex. What is going on right now that I hate, forever will. What is not going on right now that I don't like, never will. The forever never complex. This is how ego sees things because it's so focused on survival. Gotta let that go. Let it go. And you got some cutthroat competition going on, and this is probably making you focus on this failure. Or maybe you see that whatever it is you want to get into, there's so much competition out there, there's no way I can survive that. There's no way I can get out there and compete with that. Gotta let that nonsense go. Because things are not with you right in your world while you're not heeding the signs of what can be right for you. Because you're looking out in the outwardly world, and the ego's like, I can't survive that. I can't survive. I can't thrive. I won't stand a chance. Not working. It's not working right for your world. Yeah, and you're creating the things you don't like. Cut it out. You're the magician. You can create what you want. But you got to agree to what you want. You got to feel what you want. You got to move in that direction, what you want. And not listen to your ego. You've got the green thumbs up to follow your desires and heed that. And create what you want. But we're looking at some memories here and losses. That's going to go back to that failure. Oh, I remember the good old days, but oh, they're gone and I have this loss. Nope, we've got to get our minds and focus off. We're staying focused on that. We've got to get that off, guys. And again, we need to be heeding our intuition. That's coming up again as another fortification there. So yeah, we definitely need to do that. Because when you do, all your dreams can come true. So you're being assured. You're being assured here. You got to step out of this egoic story that's emotionally involved in failure and perpetuating it, and is too scared to go on that new path of which the universe is saying, hey, I got you. I'm supporting you. You will be successful. You have the people lined up, ready to assist you, moving towards your heart's desires, and it will be successful. You're being told that again. So you just got to trust. That's where you are. See the signs. See the signs. And we're extra, this is reverse, a little extra tension here, guys. Okay, so that is your pencil test. So now let's look at what's your next step. What steps should you take that are in your highest good and alignment to system and getting those dreams to come true. Okay, and again, ooh, if I can, again, I will pull up all the cards and then start reading. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we get one more. Yep. Ooh, they're talking to you guys. They're really talking to you. Okay. New journey. It's going to be successful. They're telling you. Move towards it. You're going to be successful. This is the Pentacles. This is money, success. And it'll help you with your business, your family, everything. You're learning this. There's some things you might need to learn still and get your skills going. And this is a life lesson that you're learning, that you can have your preference, that you can have your dreams come true. You are being invited to a new journey, but you're scared you're going to get burned. You feel like you're not prepared. You're scared that you don't have the universal support. You don't have the support to start your new journey. You do. You do. Just hone in a few little bit more skills. You are being invited to a new journey. You've got all of these. But you got a little bit of healing to do, and that's from this failure. We got to heal that, guys. You will have success. You are being invited to come into more objective view so that you more easily solve the challenges that you feel challenged by the failure. You may even have somebody in your life that could be chewing at you like you can't be successful. Don't let them get to you. Do not let them get to you at all. Don't heed that. Jump for that. You're being invited to a new journey. Jump for that which is ideal for you. That is your thriving past. Source put all these desires within you. Source put all these traits and affinities, things that come easy and natural to you. Because Source wanted to experience all those through your unique perspective. That's why you have all these desires. That's why you have all these affinities and easy traits. You are being invited on a new journey. Here. 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 here, here, here. 1, 2, make sure I'm missing 3, 4, 5, 6. And you've been told success, success, success 4 times. See the signs. You're not here by accident. See the signs. These are the signs. They're screaming at you. Go to your heart's desires. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know this. Heed it. Listen to your intuition. You know this, guys. You've got the universe supporting you. All your dreams can come true. Move in that direction. Okay, that's your reading. We're done. No, I'm going to clarify, but oh my God, we really don't need to. Seriously. If ever there was a reading I did not need to clarify, that's this one. Guys, you got this. Okay. So, sending a shout out to my new subscribers this week. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to have you here with me. And shout out to my current subscribers. I love having you too, and appreciate your comments and all of your support and your likes. Thank you so, so much. And welcome if you're new to my channel. I'm glad to have you here with me. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you join me. That is a benefit and help to me, and I really appreciate that. As are all the likes too. And if you need a personal reading, I do offer those. Those are in the description box below. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we had a failure in the past, or someone else's failure. Looking at all this, I think it's your failure. Tune into your reality, and you're being invited on a new journey of which you're not thinking you can be successful, but the universe is telling you to, and the universe is suggesting you to step out of that story, get a logical perspective, spiritual perspective that you can get it. You have people aligned with you for you to be successful on your new journey of your heart's desires. See the signs. Okay, yes. Yes, heeding your intuition. She's the most clairvoyant of the bunch. Heed that intuition. Heed your intuition. Please listen to your intuition. You've got the moon card here reversed again. Heed your intuition. Same thing too. See, Queen, again. Heed your intuition. Heed your intuition. See the signs. See the signs. See the signs. You got them beating and repeating over and over again. Okay, you've got the Emperor here. You are feeling like you had this in the past. You felt like you didn't have the power because you did not connect with your higher self and your guides who were telling you to heed your passionate desires. You delayed it because you're letting your outer world, relative world, seem bigger than your spiritual guidance. Source, let me tell you, is more gigantic than this outwardly world because it's what created the world, and nothing is more powerful than Source itself. So believe you are Source, and you have Source within you wanting to experience those desires. You can't beat that. You have the power. You got to believe you have the power. This also represents Aries. Okay. Now, also, Eight of Pentacles. Yes, you are learning something. You might have some skills to add this, or this is a life lesson that you're learning. You had that also right here too. Same situation. So you might have a few more skills you need to add to your basket. That may be some of you. Or this is your life lesson to move towards that which is desirable and helpful for you. You're being called to go within and meditate as you were in the past, but you resisted it. Please do not resist it this time. Connect with your guides. Connect with your angels. Connect with your higher self. Connect with Source. Whatever your deities are. Connect, because you're ready. They are ready to put you on a new journey that is going to be successful. For your finances, your career, you're ready. See the signs. Okay, that's clarification for your theme card. Now, your past. It's kind of funny how they clarify your past. They will either reaffirm your past, or they might start giving advice of what to do now. So let's see what they do. Because we had a passionate desire, but we resisted it. And we were called to go within and connect, but we didn't. And so we didn't feel like we were in our power. And that was also Aries. And we deceived ourselves, I believe. Or we could have like an oppressor who might have deceived you too. And then we felt disharmony, perhaps with a romantic partner, or perhaps with a business partner. Depends on the situation. And then we did not follow our passionate desires, and we lost our passion too. So that was our past. So let's see what they're going to suggest for clarification, if they're just going to reaffirm and or start giving you better suggestions for now. Or possibly say nothing more. Good, there we go. All right, let's see what we got going here. Yep, you might have felt, again, deceivance. Some of you, depends on your particular story, you were deceived by this oppressor. Some of you did not feel like you were in your power because you did not connect to your power because you resisted it and you deceived yourself. So you were either, if you're on this storyline, an oppressor deceived you, you did experience being betrayed. Or if you're on the storyline of you were out of your power and you deceived yourself, you betrayed yourself. So you had to tune in to see how that fits, you know. Okay, and now you got the Knave of Cups. Which, again, the knaves, the kittens, the pages, you have got them all, I swear, I think you do. You've got them all inviting you a new journey because you got the one for the earth, you got the one for the sky, you got the one for the fire, and you got the one for the water. Yes, they're all here. Again, you're being invited to a new journey of your heart's desire. You will be successful. Go for it. That's your clarification for your path. Now, for your present tense. Okay, so for your present tense, you're not hitting your intuition. Let's do that. Okay, that's the Pisces card, the Moon card. You need to rein in your ego with the Chariot, and I didn't catch, that's also Cancer, because the ego is based on survival. You've got to let that ego running you go. And then you have some competition, and I think some of that, for a great deal of you, that competition is between your ego and your higher self, and things are not right with your world. So you have to tune in to whether or not there's someone else competing with you, and maybe that competition that they're offering you is making you think you can't be successful. Oh, I could go out into that field, but there's so much competition I can't succeed. So some of you are on that story. That's hogwash story. That's your ego talking. Do not listen to that, because things are not right with your world. You're not on your proper path, and you are creating things which are not working for you. You are the magician. You can create the success, and the universe supports you creating your success. Stop looking at memories of the past where things didn't work, and heed your intuition, because in doing so, you can have your dreams come true. And so you got that Seven of Swords here. Yeah, so you got the Seven of Sky here. That's definitely Seven of Sky, that's a competition coming up again too. No, that's a deceit. My bad. So here you might need to be subtle. This is the deceit is reversed. You might need to be subtle as you start shifting and you start seeing the signs, and you start, okay, I'm seeing a ton of signs here. There's no arguing with it. They're just repeating themselves over and over again. All right, I'm going to go for this path. You might need to be subtle about this with whomever you share this, that you're going to go this way. Because if there are people in your life that are used to you not following your dreams, and they don't follow their dreams because you're matching vibrations, and you start talking about it, they can talk you right out of this. You don't want them to do that, so you might need to be subtle about that. And then you've got the Knave of Pentacles. It's just reaffirming you being called on a journey. You had it here in your theme card. A new journey, and you will be successful. You just feel like you can't be, but you will be. The universe has got your back. 10 of Cups. You can have your dreams come true, and you're happily ever after. Come on, guys. You got this. You can do this. Just follow your heart's desire. Trust me. Follow this. Six of Pentacles. Victory. Yes, you're going to be fine. This is good. This is like a charity that you can give unto another, and it's going to be symbiotic. So somebody can come along and help you and give you this charity and assist you in some way, and it's going to delight them to do so. Or you might be in the position where you give it to another, it's going to delight you to do so. So both of you will benefit from that. So that is a victory in that regard. And then you've got some personalities you might be clashing with, and that might be the ones that you need to watch out for, and you might need to be subtle with. You might need to be careful of that. King of Wands, you will be successful. They're telling you with following your heart, you will be successful. Knight of Swords, gotta be careful. Do not try to force that daggone square peg in a round hole. That is ego going for survival. Ego's going, oh, but nope, I don't see how this is going to be successful. I'm not going to flourish. I'm going to be starving. There's going to be lack. Nope, let's go this way. Do not listen to it. Because all the signs says new journey. You're going to be successful. Journey of the heart, journey of the passions. Go that way. Go for that which is ideal of you. This is very opposite. So yes, we want to do that. And then we've got the Five of Cups here too. Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that failure. You're actually missing out on opportunities that are befalling you right now because of past failures, and that's where you got your focus on. So you have opportunities befalling you right now that will lead you to success, and you're missing out. See the signs. Stop missing out. Work with that ego. Heal that ego. Get off of that survival mode and get into that dream and happily ever after mode, because you can have it. That is your clarification for your present tense. Okay, guys, so now let's clarify what's your next step, what's in your highest alignment and good to do. And the first thing they're telling you is beginning your new journey that is going to be successful with the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, Pentacles. That is success for your career. And again, with the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse, you got a lesson that you're learning, or you got some more skills that you need to work on. And then you got the Kitten of Fire in reverse again. Saying, okay, you're prepared for a new journey, but you're really scared you're going to be burnt, so you're holding off. And then maybe a little preparation with those skills. Either learning this life lesson that yes, you can be successful in following your heart's desires, or learning skills in whatever that area that is calling you, whichever one it is. And then you got the Kitten of Sea in reverse, calling you to your heart's desires, but you got to heal those emotions that make you think you can't be successful. And then you got the King here too, letting you know you can. You feel like you can't solve your challenges, but you can. Just jump for that, which is ideal for you. So to clarify, yes, you're feeling a little out of balance right now, because you will. You're working with ego, because ego feels balanced when it is in an area of that which is familiar. It could be living in hell, but that's familiar, so it's going to want to stay in hell versus heaven. It can look at heaven and go, ooh, that looks pretty, that looks fun, but I don't know if I can survive that. I'm living in this hell because I can survive that. This is familiar, I'm staying here. So you can feel out of balance as you get that ego out of its familiar territory. So Knight of Wands. So here you're looking at navigating through any challenges with great ease. That's for some of you. Or this might involve an actual move of residence, maybe because your job or career is pulling you elsewhere. And if that is so, that is looking successful. So it depends on your particular storyline there. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles in reverse here, because the stuff that when you keep avoiding and resisting your calls to go on your journeys that are calling your heart, that's not meant for you. That's the ego. So you're sowing seeds in an egoic path that would not be successful. Cut that out. You gotta cut that out. It's not gonna work. And then that Six of Cups again reverse, because then you sit here and go, oh, I miss the good old days. I'm missing when life was easy and I didn't have to make these decisions. You're growing up now. It's time to make those decisions to go live your life that's right for you. And it's time for you just to make the decisions. It's time for you to make the leap, make the jump for that which is ideal for you. Because again, with the Ace of Cups, as we so begin in our theme, we so end in our what steps to take. Follow your new journey of the heart. You will be successful. So yeah, the signs here, guys, and many cards. Start your new journey, you will be successful. Start your new journey, you will be successful. Start your new journey, you will be successful. You did not come to the tarot reading by mistake at all. Okay, so let's wrap this puppy up here with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Fun with these cards. You need to be too big for my hands. Try it again. There we go. There we go. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. This is perfect. It is reversed with extra attention. But anyway, this is awesome. See the signs. Okay, so some of you actually have guidance. Some of your guides are from the star seeds. They're giving you guidance. We all come here to live Source's desires, so Source can experience those desires uniquely through you. But some of you also have come here to be a light unto the world, to help guide others. So some of you are being called on that. This kept coming up too, this Eight of Pentacles. I told you some of you just need to work on some more of your skills in whatever area you're being called. So some of you are definitely being called there as well. And you're being definitely reaffirmed that you are having extra support from your guides, not only just from source itself and your higher self and your normal guides, like your normal guides and guardian angels and what have you. Some of you are getting that extra guidance from the star people, so to speak, from star seeds. You may very well be a star seed yourself, so you know, if I'm talking to you on that one, guys, you know who you are. See the signs. You're getting your signs. See the signs, guys. You are ready to succeed. You are ready to light up this world and be a light in this world and enjoy the light in this world. You are ready. Okay, guys, that is your reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate those likes and subscribes. They really help me. Thank you so much. And until next time, much love and much light.